Ja, en ik sta hier onder het podium waar Muse staat te spelen. Zoals je kan zien. Straks krijgen we meer Muse. Muse, de band die dus Pinkpop 2004 afsluit. In 2002 speelden ze hier ook al. Maar ze zijn opgeklommen naar afsluiter. Ik was even benieuwd hoe het gezicht van zanger Matthew eruit zou zien. Want een paar maanden geleden kreeg hij tijdens het optreden, struikelde hij, viel hij op zijn harses, kreeg hij zijn eigen gitaar in zijn smoel. En dus dat zag er allemaal niet zo fraai uit. Maar het viel reuze mee. Straks dus nog meer Muse. Maar eerst gaan we even kijken naar een interview dat Paula van den Elzen had met de heren van Muse.
Ze stonden al eerder op Pinkpop, maar dit jaar zijn ze voor het eerste afsluiter, Muse. Matthew Bellamy zit hier naast me. Hello Matthew.
Hello.
You've been on Pinkpop before, but this year you're headlining. I guess you could say you've reached the top. Is that something you set out to do right from the start of your band?
Yeah, I remember watching Red Hot Chili Peppers headline a festival in England, Reading Festival, when I must have been about 15, 16 years old, and I remember thinking like headlining a festival is definitely the top of being a live band. I think, you know. So yeah, I'm very happy to be here. In fact, this is our first headline in any major festival. You know, this summer we're doing about I think maybe 5 or 6 big festivals that we're headlining, and a few other festivals where we're playing in different sections of the stage. But this is quite an important gig for us, I think. Yeah.
What is it you're trying to get out in your music? What part of your personality or your world or your thoughts?
Well, I think it's everything, really. I think it's like a form of communication that is beyond. I think it's beyond words, obviously. I think people who choose to make art or music in some way are people that maybe find normal ways of communication a little bit frustrating in some way, or they feel they want to say something that is more complex than just conversation. You know, I think so. I think making music for me is just like it's just a way to get everything outside of my that is inside me, getting it all outside, and I think that's just a nice feeling, you know, to get things out and for other people to respond in some way, whether it's good or bad. I think it's interesting.
One of the songs on your new album is called "Thoughts of a Dying Atheist."
Yeah.
Is that, well, that's a horrible question, I know. Is it autobiographical? Well, of course you're not dying, but are you an atheist?
No, I'm not dying. No, I'm an atheist. I don't know. I think generally I'd be regarded as an atheist. Yeah, but I'm not against religion at all. I think I'm just like I've not decided, you know, of any particular God, you know, whatever it might be. So I think I wrote a few songs on the album that are kind of dealing with the idea of how a person that doesn't have a theory of life after death, like how you accept the idea of death, you know. And I think it's a very difficult thing, you know. I think it's something I never really thought about it in my life really until recently. I'm not sure why, but it's just something I think that comes out in the songs. It's not like I think it's important for some people to see a separation between what is expressed in songs and what a person is in their everyday life. You know, I think in their everyday life I'm a very normal person, but I think in the music certain things which are very like deep fears or deep hopes and dreams, all that kind of stuff, I think it comes out in the music, you know. And sometimes people maybe think that means that I'm that kind of person all the time, but I mean obviously the songs represent moments of my life, not the whole life, you know.
No, but it has been a theme in your work in general, I think, maybe religion or spirituality?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's more. I think making songs for me has been exploring unanswered questions in my own life. Not just about big things like religion, but very small things as well, like problems you've had in a relationship or with your friends or with your parents, or things on a much grander scale, like things about religion or whatever it might be. But I think making songs for me is all about trying to find the answer to those questions if possible. But I never do find the answer. I think the songs is always the expression of the question and not the answer. I think a lot of songwriters do songs which are based around the answers, like trying to give some kind of moral message. But I try to avoid that, and I try to just express the question and not the conclusion.
To me, that sounds like religion as well, you know, because I do think some religions are also about asking questions. So I was wondering whether your music is trying to fill the lack of religion.
Well, I don't know. I'm not. It's difficult. It's a difficult one. I mean, for me, music is definitely some kind of replacement for something, you know. But I mean, it's difficult to say what that would be. You know, as I say, I'm not a devoted religious person, so maybe my dedication to the music is in some way a replacement for that.
When I see Muse, what strikes me is, I mean, you're never worried about going over the top, I guess, right?
Well, you know, I think that I think there's definitely moments in our music where we've gone over the top on purpose, you know, or not on purpose. I think that we've had no shame of showing different sides of personality, whether it be something that's a little bit hysterical or something that is a little bit over emotional. I think we've not been afraid to show those things. So I think that probably comes across in our live concert as well.
How come then? I mean, because a lot of people would find it embarrassing, you know.
I don't know. I think it's quite a pleasurable experience to have no shame, you know, of yourself, you know. And I think it's nice to just expose yourself and to not be embarrassed, you know. I think it's a good thing, you know. Let's all just get naked. You know?
Good idea. Thank you.